Dionne Warwick quotes, "The problem with fame is that you lose yourself. You become part of someone else's obsession 90% of the time, and you're no longer you. However, those are the cards I drew, and it comes with the territory." What did I think about what Dionne Warwick said about that? Dionne Warwick is one of the greatest female singers ever, one of the most important artists. Incredible run of great songs with the team of her, Burt Bacharach, and Hal David, which a lot of people, the Luther Vandross and so many others in between covered. Dionne Warwick had such a distinctive tone and flair and doesn't get the just due of how influential she is. One of those people that's been very outspoken, knows music. When she talks about music, she puts things in perspective. She doesn't, and she's matter of fact about it, which I've always liked and admired about her. She doesn't cookie code it and sugarcoat it. She tells you, as a matter of fact, how she is about it. So you can always respect that honesty. What did I think about her quote? Put it in unwrapping. Well, people talk about they want to be rich and famous, they want to be known. There is a price you pay, there is a territory that goes along with that, because for those who have, you also be encountering those who want to get from you. They want to, um, take whatever you have. They're looking at living vicariously through what you have created. So you don't get the luxury to just, you're not only entertaining people and you become the soundtrack of their lives, but you're also the way you dress, your drip, your style, your flair becomes what they want to identify with. You know, it's one of those situations where you're no longer just an ordinary person, because then you become this larger than life figure, and then you have this whole shrine and this attitude, and people look towards you. They gravitate towards what you are, and so that whole totality takes on a whole different meaning. And then the obsession comes in. So the bigger you are, you pay the price for it, because you signed up for that. That was going to be your journey. Your journey was going to not only just entertain, but also maintain, sustain, you know and you sometimes feel like you're going out of your membrane. See how I ripped and wrapped that? But it's all connected, because that's part of, if you have a successful career. Now, mind you, you're one out of a million that sing and do whatever you do to get over. But when you do, that's the price of fame. That is the reality. And some people say, I didn't really sign up for it. Well, I don't know what you sign up for, because this is what you're going to get. You're going to definitely get that, and you're going to get how it's, broken down, and so many other forms and nuances. But that's what she's always been outspoken. She talks about vulgarity and lyrical content. She talks about what moves her, what doesn't. She's very much abreast of what's happening. Stays up on a lot of pop culture, so she doesn't miss out. And you gotta appreciate that, because you do owe it. And when you put yourself in a public eye and stuff like that, you are part of. They're watching you. They're quoting everything you are. They're long on memory and short on other factors. So it's just one of those things that you understand. And I appreciate that candor, because it is what you signed up for. Those are the cards you dealt. You could have been just somebody who had a couple hits and people just forgot all about you. But, when you have the kind of career people are going to remember. And that is the realness of what she said. So wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. I'm out. One time. Peace.